Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Heroes and Hardships core rulebook, the early access version. If you haven't seen the other parts, please check out the playlist in the description below. You will find part 1 and the other parts will be available there soon. Heroes and Hardships will have a Kickstarter this October 4th, that's when the Kickstarter will begin. I'm going to put links in the description of this video that will take you to the Kickstarter, to the website, to the Tetsubo section of the website. Tetsubo is an upcoming setting for Heroes and Hardships, inspired by Japan's Sengoku era. You will also find links to the Discord, to my reviews of the Quickstart guide and the Wallace campaign setting, based on the life and exploits of William Wallace, so please check it out. Now let's continue. In this part we are going to talk about the system of Heroes and Hardships. Heroes and Hardships utilizes a roll and keep system using 10-sided dice. Heroes and Hardships will never require another type of die. Rolls typically combine attributes, skills, benefits, hardships, and modifiers. Rolls determine the outcome of an action that could fail. The Game Master will decide when a player needs to roll. The higher a roll is, the better the result. A skill is always governed by a specific attribute. Sometimes this attribute can change based on different factors. However, each character has one and only one attribute that governs a skill. This roll is called a skill check. Now, in Heroes and Hardships, you will encounter the entry roll/keep, or roll or keep. This indicates how many dice are being rolled and how many are being kept. This is typically expressed with a lowercase r and k. The first thing a player or game master must do when making a skill check is form their dice pool. A dice pool is the combination of all the dice you will roll. To build a dice pool, you need to follow certain steps. You determine what skill is being rolled. You determine the governing attribute. You add the attribute score and skill rank to determine the amount of rolled dice. You add an additional roll die for each benefit added to the check. Once the dice pool has been created, you determine the number of kept dice. To determine kept dice, use the governing attributes score. Dice pools can be modified in different ways. For example, through benefits. They grant bonuses to rolls. Various situations may call for a benefit to be added. When a benefit is applied to a dice pool, add another die to the pool for each benefit added. You also have hardships. Hardships are penalties that increase the difficulty of a roll. Hardships can be applied for various reasons, such as wounds or various situational penalties. For every hardship applied to a roll, increase the difficulty by 1 penalty die. Add that penalty die to the difficulty of the roll. Now, when it comes to penalty dice, they are d10s or 10-sided dice that explode. We will talk about exploding dice in a future part. And they are added to the difficulty of a roll. Some penalty dice include hardships, ranged dice, magic dice, etc. There is no limit to how many penalty dice a roll can have. Penalty dice are typically rolled by the player making the skill check, but can be rolled by the defenders in an opposed skill check, or even the game master. Do whichever works best for your table. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to continue with the system, talking about skill checks, power levels, and other details. As you can see, the system is very simple. A very easy to understand dice pool mechanic that has its nuances, as we will see in future parts of this review series. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.